I'm about to tell you about a true crime case that's gonna knock your boots off. It knocked my boots off. Okay, this is the disappearance of Sierra LaMar. Sierra was born in Fremont, California on October 19th, 1996. People would describe her as funny, playful, and a very bright person. In high school, she was a cheerleader and she was a very popular girl that everybody wanted to be around. When she was 15, her mother and her father got divorced. She moved with her mother to Morgan Hill to start a new life. On the day of the disappearance, on the morning, Sierra was believed to have woken up around 6 a.m. to get ready for school. Sierra posted a selfie to Instagram just before leaving the house at 7:15 a.m. So she posted that picture to Instagram at 7 a.m. So then she probably just hung out for a few minutes. Her bus stop was just a few blocks away from the home. The house was located in a pretty remote area with not a lot of things near them and a lot of open fields. Sierra's mother texted her a few texts shortly after she left, reminding her about some chores she had to do. She never responded. Her mother didn't think much into it. Fast forward in the day, Sierra's mother, her mom's name was Marlene, would get off at 3:45 and try yet again to contact Sierra. This time she tried to call her. She didn't get any response again. So then after she tried to contact Sierra, Marlene went to Sierra's high school, and that's where she found out Sierra had never even made it to school. Then she reports Sierra as a missing person to the police. Police check surveillance in the area and find out Sierra never even made it on the bus. And that puts a window of time for when she went missing to just a few minutes. On March 17th, the day after the disappearance, the police sent canines and found Sierra's phone in a remote location near her house. On March 18th, the day after, Sierra's purse, clothes, and school books were located in a field near an abandoned shed just 2 miles from her house. The clothes and belongings were investigated for DNA, and a foreign DNA was found. The DNA was entered into CODIS. CODIS is like the FBI's main database of anybody who have committed any crimes and got their fingerprint taken. They'll get put into CODIS, and then they can obviously send fingerprints into CODIS and say hey, do these match any of the fingerprints in there? So they sent the fingerprints they found into CODIS. The DNA belonged, as soon as they put it into CODIS, it came back with a match. The DNA belonged to a man who lived just 7 miles from Sierra's house. So I wrote all of this on my iPad, and I'm reading it to you guys off my iPad. Okay. Antonian, I don't know how to say this. Forgive me if I pronounce that wrong. Garcia Torres, a 21-year-old Safeway grocery store employee. He had been seen on surveillance leaving his house just 15 minutes before Sierra. So, yeah, that's pretty crazy. 15 minutes, that's really short. Left just 15 minutes before Sierra left the bus stop the day she disappeared. Police processing Torres's vehicle found Sierra's DNA in the car as well as a strand of her hair in the trunk. After a massive months-long search, authorities were unsuccessful in finding a body but had enough evidence and DNA to convict Torres. In May 2017, a jury still found Garcia Torres guilty of her kidnapping and murder. He was also convicted of attempting to assault and kidnap 3 women in the Safeway parking lots around Morgan Hill beginning in 2009. A fingerprint reportedly linked to the defendant to a stun gun found at one of the scenes. Garcia Torres maintained he was innocent of killing LaMar, but refused to address specific details about the case. So that's really sad to me. They still haven't found a body, and they still haven't found a crime scene, really. They're just going off of evidence of DNA that was found. That's all they have is her DNA found in his car, and it's just crazy. So leave a comment